Hi guys, and welcome to another Watch Geek video. Now this is a bit of an unusual video for me because this is the first time that I'm handling an actual smartwatch. If you follow my channel, you know I'm not a fan of these things because I find them disposable and they're kind of have an inbuilt obsolescence in them because they get out so often and the technology is moving so fast forward that buying this is like buying a phone, and I see them as an extension of a phone. So you get this and within a year or two it's so obsolete you're gonna probably be buying another one and throwing this one away. Now this is a Xiaomi Imilab KW66 and it was actually sent to me by Xiaomi to make a review, which I'm gonna do, but like I said, this is not my type of a watch. But if I ever do get a smartwatch, it will be something like this. And when I'm talking about something like this, not because it's amazing, but because these are entry-level smartwatches, meaning they're not really expensive. So this, I believe, costs about $50, which in my opinion is an okay price for a toy that you're gonna use for a year or two and then probably, like I said, gonna throw away. But what I don't support are those really expensive smartwatches because, like I said, you're still gonna probably be throwing them away, or in 4 or 5 years, who knows what the technology is gonna be, they're probably gonna be completely useless. So if you want a smartwatch, and most people are starting to wear those, I would first go with something like this. But personally, I will always prefer regular watches. Now when it comes to this watch, it is water resistant for like splashing and water activity like swimming. It comes with a 30-day battery life. That's what they claim, and that's the only, that's one of the things that I like about it because the thing that I mostly dislike about smartwatches is that they're just another thing that you have to remember to charge. And with a 30-day battery life, this is pretty decent. And I actually have been wearing this for a week, and then it got snagged by my wife, who's been wearing it for about 2 weeks. So 3 weeks in total, and as you can see, the battery is pretty okay. It's at 25%, so I believe we can expect up to 30 days depending on the activity. Now this is not a full-blown GPS smartwatch that has, calls and everything. It doesn't have a speaker, it doesn't have a microphone, so the only thing that you can do with, you do get notifications, you do get messages, but when it comes to a call, they're kind of practical because you can see who's calling and you can reject the call. You cannot answer it. Also, it doesn't have an inbuilt GPS, so the training and all that activity tracking is done via the GPS of the phone. It does have like training programs. It does have a heart rate monitor so you can measure your steps. It has about 13, I believe, of these sport modes, as you can see them. If that's your thing, it's not mine, so... And I have to admit that my wife likes it a lot more than I do. She keeps track of her steps, of her heart rate, even the sleeping function when it says how long you've been in REM state and all that. So the usual stuff. Now, whether or not would I buy this, like I said, if I ever decide to do something like a smartwatch, I would get one of these like entry-level ones because then I wouldn't feel sorry for like ditching it in a year or two. But for now, I'll still keep my own G-Shocks and other watches because I just find them more interesting. However, this does look pretty sleek. It's 45 millimeters in diameter but has a pretty short lug to lug, so it looks okay even on smaller wrists. It has interchangeable straps, as you would expect from a smartwatch, and that's the one thing I love about smartwatches because they started this trend. Because when you have people that are not watch people and you want them to change the straps, you cannot expect them to have tools. So this trend of quick release spring bars was actually exploded with the advent of these smartwatches, so I'm grateful for that. The watch does feature a metal case and has this, they call it a 3D screen, although it's a 3D glass, but the screen is inside, as you can see. The resolution is okay, it's not groundbreaking, it's I believe 240 by 240. The contrast, not the contrast, but the brightness could be a bit better because even if you put it to max, which is now, sometimes when it's sunny it's kind of hard to see, but it's okay. And like I said, it's an entry-level watch, so what can you expect? It is pretty decent when it comes, there is no lag when you operate it, and like I said, it's pretty good for what you pay. So if you do like this kind of watch, I will leave a link in the description. But for me personally, it's not my thing yet. I know many people are like getting on this bandwagon, but most people that I know usually like these watches for a period of time. They play with it, they change the faces, which is the most, I mean, this is the function that my wife loves the most, because she can put, like, you can put custom pictures and all that. But once people start playing with it, you know, after a month, 2 or 3, they kind of get saturated with all these options. Just like when the first iPhone came out, I had that thing and I would download apps daily. But then after a while you realize you don't use most of them, and then you just use it as a phone and as a means of communication and going online. So most of the apps become useless. My wife is still in the honeymoon phase with this watch and she wears it every day. But most people that I know that even had iWatches, Garmin's and everything, they went back to regular watches. But these are here to stay, and I understand people liking them. I see them as an extension of the phone, and they're no replacement for a real wristwatch. But like I said, if this is your thing, go ahead and do it, because it's not a lot of money. I really wouldn't advise you to get all those high-end smartwatches, because that thing, I mean, those things, to me, they're kind of overpriced. Anyways, that's it. So this is my first and probably the only review of a smartwatch. So from now on, we're gonna go back to our regular program with regular watches. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found this useful. If you did, please like and subscribe. And until the next video, bye.